Hello, yeah, my name is Glenn Reyes. I'm an independent software engineer, and I do React, GraphQL, TypeScript, and design systems for a living. First of all, what I approach like to do is to think of three steps. So first, you have think of tooling, think of theming, and think of building. So all of these steps are like fundamental steps that builds like a profound foundation of how to or on how to like build like actually robust UI components. So as for tooling, there's things like linting or formatting, which is kind of quite important to have, and to get a better developer experience. Other things are like yeah, for theming, for example, there's a bunch of like things to know, for example, like design systems or design tokens, where you basically define some tokens that you want to use for your colors or for your typography and sizes and everything. And there are also some nice approaches that are good to know. And as for building, it's good to know that you know some kind of like secrets, or it's kind of like tough things. And everything I have actually solved in my talk, which is kind of useful, and that I've personally kind of found like useful to know. There are multiple ways on how to test or debug React components. My favorite way to do that is basically what you need first to have is like a component explorer. So basically, this allows you to test and debug a component in isolation without having to enter your application first. And this way, you don't get interrupted by any states that you have to go through first or anything anyway. So there you basically have your component, and ideally you have like, or what you end up having is you probably have like multiple states of one component. So it's also useful to have like every or the most important states at once. So that you can see, you know, how the different states behave and how they differ. Another thing is actually testing the components, and to do that, my favorite way to do that is basically using Cypress. And with Cypress, yeah, basically test the integrity and the consistency of a component, because sometimes you might end up having yeah, updates in the component, and you don't wanna break like the foundations of the component. Yeah, that's it. I was actually quite nervous. It was my first time giving this talk. I like the audience, that they did a great job and interacting with me, and yeah, I enjoy the vibe here. It's really nice. It's been really nice.